Every passing moment makes us through the rounds we call the day, changing into weeks, then a month and so on a year. Many of us use the week system in planning live and the things we need to solve on a weekly basis. This is his origins of history 7 days a week. The use of 7 days a week starts from the calendar introduced by the Babylonians taken from the Sumerian calendar, introduced in 21 BC. The 7-day period was taken based on the time required by the moon to pass through 4 phases of the change from the new floating moon phase, the full moon floating until the crescent appeared on the left side of the moon's surface, which we can see before the new floating moon phase reappeared. The Romans take this 7-day calendar tradition in place of their weekly schedule system called nundinal rounds. At that time the Romans named their days alphabetically A to H before Constantine began to introduce changes to their days naming system. Following the influence of the pagan teachings of Christianity during the Constantine era, pagan practices named their days in the name of their Lord began to be the usual practice of the Christian community at that time, so the names of the Roman days before that used the alphabet began using names God for pagan Roman society first. These gods' names ultimately remain in place of the increasingly open Christian holdings of accepting new cultures, replacing the original teachings they have used. In order to simplify the system, Constantine introduced rules that had a major impact on the world to date. The Babylonians named their days based on the 5 planets they had known then, with the additional 2 days taking the name of the sun, Sunday, and the moon, Monday. Tuesday is called Mars, Wednesday as Mercury, Thursday as Jupiter, Friday as Venus and Saturday as Saturn. Must be told, all the names of the planets used come from the Lord's name of their beliefs at that time. Tuesday comes from the name of the Norse god named Tyr, Lord of the Norse War. The Old Tuesday spelling is Tuesday or Tuesday. For Wednesday or Wednesday, the spelling is Wadensday, which means Woden day. Woden is another spelling of the Norse god's name Odin. Thursday is a day named after the Norse god who controls lightning and lightning Thor, making it Thor's day. Friday is a day for the Roman community to commemorate Freya, his wife to Odin. Nevertheless, there is a contradiction in the opinion of the origin of the name Friday, as there is another god of the old Germanic beliefs of the very old Frigg. The old spell of Friday is a Friday, which can refer to Freya's day or Frigg's day. Saturday comes from the name of the lord of the old Rom's beliefs of Saturn, which safeguards their farms and their wealth. Saturday differs from the other days because his name comes from the lord of the Romans himself, compared to the other days that came named after the Norse and Germanic beliefs.